My daughter was the most amazing little girl. She has an intellectual disability, and so there were problems raising her. It was hard being a single mom, but she had the most horrific temper, and 80% of the time she wandered around with a smile on her face, and then 20% of the time she would just lose it, and she would hit me and kick me and smack me, and it was like she lost total control of herself and didn't know what to do. My mother lived with us. I could say, go watch TV with your Nana, and that would give me time to control myself and deal with things reasonably. When Sydney was diagnosed with an intellectual disability, they told me that there was a great possibility that she wouldn't read past a grade 3 level. I just wouldn't put limits on her, and I always knew that it was my job as a mother to learn how to teach her. My mother got sick and had a stroke, and 2 weeks after she had her stroke, I had a heart attack. Here I was in the hospital. Sydney doesn't really understand. She had a hard time with my mom being in the hospital and with me being in the hospital, and she just didn't get it. And at the same time, my girlfriend said to me, "Your mother's dying. They don't know if she'll last the night." She passed away that night. My mother was gone, so it was very hard. And Sydney would stand in my mother's room and say, "You go get her right now. I want her back. You can't take her away from me." She just had no understanding of what death meant. But then when I became very sick, luckily I owned a home and had a lot of investments, and we were able to live. And then I wasn't getting any better, and I wasn't able to work, and we ended up living in poverty. And the crisis came when one day she smacked me, and I just grabbed her, and I could feel that I wanted to hit her. But I knew logically that I needed someone to do something about this, so it didn't go any further.
Nelson Youth Centers is an accredited children's mental health center. We provide after-school treatment programs. I think one really important piece is we try to provide a safe, nurturing setting. Also, each family is assigned a child and family counselor that will work with them individually and develop a treatment plan and, put some goals into place. So I remember when I first met Sydney, and she walked in that door, and even though she was so shy, she needed that emotional stability. She needed to be around people that were going to be safe for her.
So it was someplace that she could go to sort of get away from all the stress that was happening in our home. It's very hard to go to someone and say, "I'm not a good mother, I don't know what to do with my child." And to have them say, "No, you are good, look at where you're sitting, you're here," was just great to me. It made me feel better, and it made me realize that we all go through times like this. The United Way has been woven throughout all the things that we've gone through, and the relationships that Sydney and I have built really prove the slogan, "Behind a changed life is someone who made it happen," because we still have relationships. And so Sydney is such an amazing success story that it's my way to say, look at what Sydney's doing, and that is because of you, because of your involvement in our life. This is what we were able to accomplish.